Hey, what's up, neighbors? Welcome to the Big Idea Value. Talking about our lessons this month. We're wrapping it up. Guys, this is episode 40, the final lesson of the school year. Woo! We are finishing up a specific lesson, a specific value, but we're also finishing up the school year. And listen, before we get anywhere, let me just say I'm so proud of you. I'm excited for my summer. I'm excited for your summer. I'm already looking forward to when we come back in the school year later this fall. And I want to hear some of your stories. But let's not rush to the summer yet. Let's conclude this thing. Let's finish up what we've been talking about. Let's fulfill our commitment. That's right. We've been talking about commitment, making a plan, putting it into practice. And maybe your plan has been finishing the school year. Guess what? It's time, baby. Here we go. It is almost done. Now, listen, we've been talking about the hummingbird and how committed it has to be. At the end of the summer, going into the fall, these hummingbirds have to travel south. And these things are tiny, right? So they have to make the precise, perfect plan from point A to point B to get south. They have to stop every day and feed at the right places to get the right food and right nourishments. They are very smart, and they have to have that precise plan. They are committed. How committed are you? What are you going to do this summer? What are you going to learn? What's something new you're going to learn to do? Maybe a sport, maybe a skill, maybe an instrument. Maybe you got a new board game that you love. Maybe it's a video game and you want to, next level it up, right? Level up, whatever it takes. Maybe you just want to sit by a pool and get tan. I don't do that. I'm such a big guy that it takes a lot of the sun's effort to give me a tan. But I'm going to be on a lot of baseball fields coaching and cheering on some kids because I love that. But what's your plans this summer? What are you committed to do? Well, because this is the last episode, I want to make sure that we take our time today and we learn as much as we can to finish this up, to wrap this package, put a bow on it, and be like, woohoo! So let's learn a little bit more about commitment by watching this video.
Last year, I promised to write in this journal 150 times before the new year. Well, I didn't quite make it. But looking back at the year, there's a lot of stuff that I would have forgotten about, like number 77. New kid is moving in. And I'm not so sure that's a great thing. We call him New Kid because nobody knows his name yet. He shows up outside for just a few minutes and then disappears. Maybe he's like a spy, and they're a spy family. And then entry number 83, when Tim and I became friends. And then when we weren't friends anymore. Then when we were best friends again. Remember the time I told you I was scared about my grade in Mrs. Vick's class? It was number 107. I'm concerned about Barrett's continuing lack of attention to detail. He understands the material, but he doesn't apply himself. And doesn't seem to understand that homework must be turned in on time. But Mrs. Vick was probably right. There were some times I didn't write anything. I was at camp and thinking about other stuff. But I'm glad I kept my journal around and still wrote some. This was a good year.
I like that. I think one of the things that I've failed to talk about commitment is the fact that sometimes we don't get to our goal the way we think we will. But a part of commitment is knowing, here I am, here's where I'm starting, here's where I want to go, here's the path. But guess what? Sometimes that path takes different, sidetracks, if you will. Sometimes you hit a speed bump. Sometimes you hit a wall. Sometimes you got to go over the speed bump or around the wall. Sometimes there's a detour in life. Commitment is making sure you get to that goal even though your path gets obstacles, right? So even though that young man said, I'm going to write in this journal every day or every week, and then he learned, oops, I forgot. It's okay. Let's take the next right step. Let's go in the right direction now. So know that just because your goal doesn't come to you quickly, maybe that's a lesson that sometimes the great things take more effort. Maybe the easy things aren't the best. Maybe it's the stuff that takes the effort and the hard things. And I want to challenge you to do hard things this summer. I want you to do things that make you grow, that help you grow in a healthy way. And so let's look at this week. It's our final worksheet. We're going to talk about it together. I just can't believe, I can't get around my head that this is it, man. The commitment is fulfilled today. The 40th episode, 40 weeks of lesson videos. Wow, it's been unique. I've enjoyed it, by the way. But let's talk about commitment one more time. Let's go through this worksheet one more time. It says, take a slow bow. You ever seen people on a stage? Like you're on a stage, take another bow. You made it. In your head, listen to the people applauding you, chanting your name and congratulations. There's this book in this movie. It's called Wonder. Love the story. And one of the lines says that everybody deserves a standing ovation in life. I love that. I want you to know that I applaud you today. You're the star of the show in my book. You're the lead character. You're the hero. And I want you to know I'm proud of you. Tell one person how you showed commitment today. What did you do today? Did you finish a goal or are you still on the way? Either way, that's part of commitment. Maybe you took a big step. Maybe you took a small step. Either way, you're getting closer to your goal. And I can't wait till you get to the destination and you achieve that success that you've been striving for. How can you stay committed when you want to quit? Now, that's a great question because there are times that we want to quit. There are times that we want to give up. There are times that we say, oh, man, it's too hard. I've got to do too much. I've got to learn something new. I've got to be something different. And that's when commitment says, but you can and you will. Just don't give up. Don't give up, man. That's something inside your head. Don't give up. Choose to finish well. So draw a picture of what you will think. Draw a picture of what let me try this again. Draw a picture that will make you think of finishing what you started. What's going to motivate you to finish? What's going to motivate you to cross that finish line? That despite no matter how long it is or how long it takes or what you have to do, what's going to make you keep your commitment? And how do you feel today? This is it. Last time. Done it 39 times before, but let's talk about this one more time because it is actually one of my favorite things. How do you feel today? Are you happy? Are you excited that this school year is ending? Maybe you're sad that you're going to miss your classmates and your teachers and your principals. I get that. I love those people in the hallways that you get to see. So how do you feel about that? Are you angry? Are you sick? Are you frustrated? Are you annoyed, calm, scared, worried, proud? Something else. Draw another face in that last one. You know, the magic of this exercise is always been that you recognize how you feel. That's always been the goal. There it is. I unwrapped the box. I'm telling you what the trick is to this. We have done this for 40 weeks for this very reason. The magic is that you recognize how you feel. The magic was never the feeling. The magic was understanding that you had a feeling. That was the goal for me. That was my commitment to this exercise for 40 weeks. I wanted you to be able to know how you feel. Now, why, Jeremy? Why would you care how I feel? Well, number one, because I care about you. But number two, that if you recognize how you feel, you can take appropriate actions and further steps to grow from that. For example, if you realize that you're angry, like, oh man, what a pooey day. I'm just having a Sour Patch day. If you recognize that, then you're able to take some steps to change it. All of these feelings are legit feelings, and none of them are wrong. It's not wrong to feel angry. It's not wrong to feel worried. It's not wrong to feel scared. There are going to be times in our life where we have all of those feelings, and that's okay. I just don't want you to stay there. When you get worried, and you know that you're worried, I want your next step to be, well, what are the truths that I know? I'm worried that, but there are people that love me. There are people who will walk beside me through this time of worry. I want you to know that. It's okay to be worried, but you're not alone. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be angry. Just don't stay there. You have people in this world that love you, who are around you, who will support you, who will walk with you through it. Don't forget that. Now, I'm not going to waste this opportunity. I'm not going to not take it, because every week we've talked about my hero, Mr. Rogers. And he would say today to you that he's proud of you. And I'll say the same thing. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for acknowledging your feelings. I'm proud of you, the fact that you can, as he would say, mention it. Because if you can mention those feelings, if you can measure them and mention them, then you can manage them. Like I said, it's okay to be worried. But the next step is, don't be alone. Anything that's mentionable is manageable. And I want to thank Mr. Rogers for that truth. It's a deep truth that even as 40 years old, I need to remind myself that those feelings that are sometimes negative in the moment don't have to stay there. And I thank him for giving me that truth that I don't have to stay in the bad stuff. I can make steps to go to the new stuff. That's commitment. That's making a plan, putting it to use. I'm committed to moving in my feelings. I'm committed to taking the next step. Well, hey, 40 episodes of the Big Idea Camp Values. We did 32 episodes of Homework Helpers this year. Thank you, Clark's Pump and Shop. Guys, are you ready for summer? I mean, I'll see you again. I'll see you again in August. It's just only a couple months away. We're taking a couple months off. But thanks for this year. Thank you, schools. Thank you, teachers. Thank you, counselors. Thank you, principals. Thank you, custodians. Thank you, lunch people who served the food this year. Thank you for those that cleaned the hallways that were scared about COVID. Thank you for doing the things that made this year possible for this and for every kid that goes to your school. Thank you, parents. Thank you, grandparents. Thank you, adults, for investing your influence into these children. You're heroes to me. Know that. Hey, you can get a hold of us in a lot of ways. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. The Big Idea Camp on all of it. That's our handle. That's our name. That's our screen name. That's our login. So proud of you. Way to finish the year. I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. And listen, I'm excited because I'm excited to hear what you want to talk about. You'll have ideas you'll want to talk about, and I will too. I'll see you next year.